On Thanksgiving Day of 2012, Haile Kifer, 18, and her cousin, Nicholas Brady, 17, broke into the home of one Byron David Smith. It was a typical Thanksgiving day. The sounds of laughter, multiple generations, just sitting down to eat, as the hot, succulent turkey sits upon the table. However, we have two teenage cousins, so young, so vibrant, so full of life and curiosities, who grew bored of the holiday fuss and muss. They decided they were going to start their own holiday tradition. And sadly, it would also become their last. I'm Mallery Williams, and this is Bloodshed. As they were making their way through the neighborhood, looking for the perfect home, the perfect mark, they were unknowingly spotted by Byron David Smith, who, after being victimized himself a time or two, got a sneaking suspicion that these two youngsters were up to no good, and most likely had just made his home their target. So off he went down the street. He decided to park his vehicle in a friend's yard. Upon arriving home, he decides to make a few preparations. Remove a couple light bulbs from the ceiling fixtures. Slide a chair in an obscure location where it couldn't possibly be seen in a finished out basement where the teens were sure to explore. Now, if the teens did have any intention of targeting this particular house, what they didn't know was there was a deranged sociopath lying in wait. On November 22nd of 2012, Kifer and Brady broke into Smith's home, located in Little Falls, Minnesota. Video surveillance captured the teens casing the property prior to the break-in. By his own account to police, Smith was in the basement when he shot Brady twice at the top of the basement stairs and once in the face, fatally, after he fell to the bottom of the stairs. Minutes later, when Kifer entered the basement, he shot her at the top of the stairs. Wounded, she fell down the stairs, and then Smith's rifle jammed. He shot her multiple times in the chest with a .22 caliber revolver.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. You died.
Dragging her across the floor, set her beside the body of her cousin, and then shot her fatally under the chin. Smith decided to wait until Friday to have the neighbor call police, saying that he didn't want to bother law enforcement on Thanksgiving Day. Audio and video of the events were recorded by Smith's security system. Smith's statements to the police described delivering kill shots to the heads of both victims after he had shot them on the stairs and they had fallen to the basement floor, wounded. In his statement, Smith said that Kifer had let out a short laugh after she fell down the stairs, saying, "If you were trying to shoot somebody and they laugh at you, you go again." The audio tape did not record Kifer laughing. Instead, she cries, "Oh my God!" in fear. In police interviews, Smith acknowledged, "I fired more shots than I needed to," and that he fired a good, clean, finishing shot into Kifer's head. On April 29, 2014, Byron David Smith was found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder with premeditation and on 2 counts of second-degree murder after the 3 hours of jury deliberations. He was immediately sentenced to life in prison without parole. The audio recordings were named by the jurors as the biggest influence on their decision. That was the most damning piece of evidence in my mind, said one juror. The audio recording of the actual killings and the audio recording of Mr. Smith's interview immediately after his arrest pretty much convinced me that we were dealing with a deranged individual. If you'd like to hear more of these blood-filled stories, as well as further support my channel, well, you can always click on my PayPal link and give me a little extra blood money. Till next time, I'm Mallery Williams, and this was Bloodshed.